And welcome everybody to the Skol Wolves podcast, the place to talk about Minnesota's top two teams, Timberwolves and Vikings. Now, in this episode, we'll talk about the Timberwolves Summer League so far, and the positives and negatives, and what we should take away from this Summer League. Okay, so Summer League just ended last night. Timberwolves did not have a great 5 games. They went 2-3, which, I mean, in the Summer League, you don't really care if they win or lose. But you would obviously like to see them play well, and Timberwolves definitely don't have the best summer league roster. Not much um, rookie talent this year, except for Wendell Moore. But like he's not gonna set the world on fire, especially right now. And then Josh Minot, who's second round pick, but kind of hard to compete with like teams like the Thunder. We've got like 3 first round picks, 3 lottery picks basically this year, and but I mean, who really cares? Summer League. But there were some things that I thought looked good, some things that I thought looked bad, obviously. And so starting out with the positives, Josh Minot, he had a big first game and then kind of fell off from there, but he showed a lot that I think proves he can get some minutes in this league as kind of like that Vando player from last year. Like it'll take some time, obviously, but he's got to bulk up. He's extremely skinny, but he's 18 years old basically. So I mean, what more do you expect? He can still grow a couple inches. He's that young, but he's definitely got a more polished offensive game than Vando. He was knocking down threes, not getting like super consistently, but he can definitely knock it down. He was taking his defender off the dribble. His wingspan is just one of his like go-to moves would be he would go by his defender, and if he couldn't like get a clear layup, he would just reach out with his right hand and just like toss it up for a layup. And just with his crazy long wingspan, he was able to do that, and that's kind of intriguing because that might translate to the NBA level. Um, Another thing that I liked was Wendell Moore Jr. He showed that he could be a great 3-and-D player in the NBA. Like he was his 3 point his offensive wasn't like super standout worthy, but his defense was definitely where he shined. He had a couple of nice blocks, a couple steals, locking down defenders. Now it's summer league, obviously, but still counts. Um, but he was not gonna. I think he could kind of feel like that Josh Okogie role, but just have he actually has an offensive game. Like he'll be able to knock down threes, which is very nice because we need. You could never have enough perimeter defenders, lockdown perimeter defenders. So to add him would be a great addition, and if he's able to contribute, that'd be awesome. The final thing I have in positives is the defense. Uh, Now in summer league, everybody's playing like 110% because they're trying to make the roster. So they're gonna leave it all on the floor, and that leads to you know good hard defense. And Timberwolves were no exception to that. They played good defense, I thought, in my opinion. Some games, some games they didn't, but um, yeah, that's about it on the positives. Some of the negatives. The first thing I have is Matteo Spagnolo, and I kind of feel bad putting him in the negatives because he's still developing. Like, I mean, obviously these players are still all developing, but he's not even gonna play on the team this year. So this is like his first crack against American basketball players, which is very different from European. And he was the youngest player on the court basically at all times. He's just turned 19, I think. Um, but he showed flashes definitely like someone that could. He was a great facilitator. He um, handled the ball very well. I liked his handles. He showed that he could develop a shot. He just needs to work on his shot selection. But he showed flashes, especially like that last game where he had like that spin move fading to the side, wherever that was. That was nice. But yeah, he's an interesting guy. He'll he probably will never make an impact on Timberwolves, but there's always a shot. Which I mean, obviously, I want him to make an impact because I love the Timberwolves, but just I don't know, not much there. Second thing I have is sloppy, and that's probably the biggest thing I took away from the entire summer league, all teams included, is that it was just sometimes it was really tough to watch. Just turnover after turnover, not taking care of the ball, which that's summer league. People are trying to impress the team they're playing for, so they're gonna do some stuff that's kind of outside of their range of ability and it'll lead to turnovers. So, you know, what can you expect? Final thing I have for negatives is there's just not many NBA caliber players, which, going into it, like, we only have had three draft picks this year, and they were all late. Either one late first round pick and then two second round picks. So they're not going to have, like, some intriguing prospect coming in, but like other than that, it's just summer league. Not much to take away from this. What's gonna lead me to my takeaways? I just think the biggest thing that you should take away from this after watching the summer league is that Josh Minott, he will be able to find a way onto this team. Probably not this year, but at least next year, and he'll he should be a good rotation player going forward. With Dunmore Jr., I'm very excited about him. I think he could be a very good player, a 3-and-D player. Um, and yeah, that's about it. I think I'll leave it there. It's kind of a quick one, but not much to take away from Timberwolves Summer League this year. So thank you all for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.